So you just got charged with a DUI, and the number one thing on your mind is, am I going to go to jail? A really important question, and we get it all the time. So if you just got a DUI in Illinois, I'm going to do my best to answer that question for you right now. So if you call me and you're asking me if you're going to go to jail for a DUI, I got two main questions for you. Number one was, how many DUIs have you had, right? I want to know, is this 1, 2, 3, more than that? That background plays a big deal in determining any possible jail sentence. The number two thing I'm going to ask is, was anybody hurt? Right? Huge, huge deal. If somebody's hurt, then it is not good. If thankfully this DUI occurred with no accident, no injuries, well, then you're far better off when it comes to sentencing. So we got to figure out those two things. There's more, of course, but those are the two main things. And I will tell you, at least here in Illinois, if you got your first DUI and there was no accident, nobody's hurt and injured, you're almost certainly not going to jail for the DUI. Like, there could be other crazy things, like you ran from the cops, you got in a fight. That just like happened after the DUI, right? But the DUI itself, first time, nobody's hurt, you're almost certainly not going to jail. You're almost certainly charged with a misdemeanor. It is possible, a misdemeanor DUI, you can go to jail for up to a year. A felony DUI, you can go up to jail, you can go to prison for a lot longer than that. But on a first timer with no injuries, the answer is almost certainly no. There would have to be some other pretty big things for you to go to jail on a first time DUI here in the Chicagoland area. But now what about all the others, right? Second time DUI, not good, right? Third, worse. Fourth, right? So, where's that line that's being drawn? I would say that line is right around the 2 to 3 DUIs. It is very possible, again, if it's your second DUI and nobody's hurt, it is very possible to resolve that case without any real jail. Sometimes you do a weekend, a couple days, and that would not be good, obviously. You want to avoid that. But that's typically what you're talking about here at worst. Third DUI, you're charged with a felony probably. It is a very real possibility then. Is it a given? No, right? But it's possible. So I can get into all the different felony classes and the sentencing and stuff, but you can just Google that. That's not what you're here for, right? What is possible? What does the law say? Well, the law says on any DUI, no matter what, here in Illinois, you can go to jail. But again, you're looking to sort of apply it and get sort of the practical application of the law. And if it's your first or second DUI and nobody's hurt, you're probably not doing jail. Number 3, 4, all bets are off. Now let's talk about injuries. That is worst case scenario when you have a DUI. And make no mistake about it. If it is your first DUI and someone is seriously, I'm talking about like bad, permanent injuries, surgeries, right? Not good. Jail, is at least on the table, right? And will you? I could never tell you that. I don't know. I couldn't tell you on a video if you are going to jail. But it's a much more difficult situation when it's innocent third party, whether they were in your car or someone else, somewhere else. It's not good when an innocent party is injured because of your DUI. And that's absolutely something that a defense attorney is going to need to overcome in order to keep you out of jail. Now, you start mixing those things together, right? Multiple DUIs, injuries, the case gets tougher. So that's sort of the calculation. Again, go ahead and Google all the actual penalties based on which one you're charged with. But that's what a defense attorney is going to sort of kind of, look in their mind. All right, what is the number? How many, how is anybody injured? And sort of, that's the matrix that we're going to try to kind of plot and say, ooh, okay, all right, we got something, we got work really hard to avoid jail here, or nah, don't worry about it. Even though technically you can go to jail, it's not something you need to worry about. So that's what I'm thinking in my mind when someone asks me that question. Totally impossible to give you an answer here on video, but I hope it gave you a little bit of reassurance or at least clarification on where you may stand in that calculation.